Oscar TV.
Gun safety is the study and practice of using, transporting, storing and disposing of firearms and ammunition, including the training of gun users, the design of weapons, and formal and informal regulation of gun production, distribution, and usage, for the purpose of avoiding unintentional injury, illness, or death. 1. Always treat every firearm as if it were loaded. This rule has been said many ways: all firearms are always loaded. Always assume your firearm is loaded, but the reality is, sometimes we will be handling an unloaded firearm and we know it is unloaded. Sometimes we will be standing at a firing range and we will ensure it is only loaded while on the firing line. Furthermore, some of us, either by choice or vocation, will go out into the world armed, depending on our firearms to be loaded. Two. Never let the muzzle point at anything you do not intend to shoot. You should regard that in a defensive situation, pointing the firearm at the evildoer who means harm to you and your loved ones may, in fact, be the safest direction, as either the assailant will decide you are too dangerous to accost, or they will force you to shoot them until you stop the threat. Either way, the safe direction is in fact pointed at the bad guy. 3. Always keep your finger off of the trigger and up on the frame until you are ready to fire. This particular rule comes down to the cognitive decision-making process. Before a modern firearm will function, the trigger must be activated by depressing it to the rear, releasing a hammer or striker. Barring any negligence of the user in having extraneous objects that should not end up in the trigger guard, this is done by taking the index finger, placing it on the flat of the trigger, and applying pressure. This is a process which, if proper firearm manipulation is practiced, must be actively thought of, decided upon and enacted by the user. Training your finger position to always remain up on the side of the frame until ready to depress the trigger, is training your cognitive ability to decide when you need to shoot. Without mincing words, in a defensive scenario, you are making a decision and carrying out an action, which has the intent of ultimately taking a life. 4. Always be sure of your target and what is beyond it. Let me also add, be sure of what is to the right and left of your target. This rule is the absolute application of situational awareness while manipulating your firearm. You must not only be paying attention to your backstop, you must be paying attention to the entire surrounding area. If you are so narrowly focused on the target alone, outside of a bullseye competition, you are missing critical information of the world around you. In demonstration, I'd like to point out two scenarios.
Oscar TV.